The first snow has now fallen in the north of Sweden and begin to cover up the last brown colors of the fall. And once again, our little village will soon be covered by the most beautiful white snow. And the sun will soon say its goodbye and stay low on the sky for the next many months to come. This time of the year is always such a special and beautiful time. But to be honest, it has also been a very sad time for me personal for the last 2 years. Because I have actually kept a secret from you guys. A secret I am now ready to share with you. Hey everyone, it's so nice to sit here with you guys again. And to be honest, this is actually my third time to record this one or record this speech. I don't think this is an easy video to make. I think this is actually gonna be the most personal or private, I don't know really, but personal video I'm ever, or speech I'm ever gonna make. Because there's so many emotions in this day, so and it's also such a long story, so I almost don't know where to start, and I have felt the things I've been recording have been a bit too messy. First of all, I just want to thank a lot of you that has been writing me and asking where I am and how I am, and also there's been a lot of questions about if me and Kalle is still together and have I moved out of the cabin. And just so you guys, because there's always questions about that as well, this house I am in right now is my parents' holiday house. They bought for a year ago, they bought like our holiday house, so they had a house close to the cabin to stay in when they're here, because it's not easy to renting houses around here. So this is not me and Kalle's house, it's my parents' house, and I'm just staying here when they're not here. The story I'm gonna tell you now is actually started when me and Kalle had our first miscarriage, and when the first miscarriage video got out on YouTube. And I think most of you who have been following me for a while know that story. The video is called The Toughest Month in the Cabin or something like that. And always when you experience something tough in your life, it's very rare that you know exactly what this journey gonna lead you on. And for me, not that I'm regretting putting that video out, because I think this is such a subject that's so important to talk about, and also talk about how normal this is, how many women that go through this. But I was still very new on YouTube, and I think I didn't really know, maybe I did, but not in that amount of how many opinions, when you put something so private up on YouTube, how many opinions suddenly you have to deal with. And most of your comments was amazing and the most supportive comments ever. But there's always, amount of people there from just those minutes of video have an opinion about why you had a miscarriage. Think they know your body and even have theories about why you had that miscarriage, and the most interesting with all of these theories that got thrown my direction was even fake, was a thing I hadn't even done, and also like people were so sure in their theories that they even sent me and home to me and Kalle like letters with papers where they have been writing down why I had the miscarriage, and and it was just, noise I didn't need in a time where I need to heal. And also, and what they have been writing was not even true for what I have done. So after that experience, I decided to go private with my fertility journey. I feel some of the most vulnerable thing, or I know now, some of the most vulnerable thing a woman can go through is healing her fertility. Because your fertility is such a big subject of how you are feeling in the world. It's everything from, how you're nourishing yourself, to traumas, to stress in your life, to, it is such a vulnerable, private subject. I think it's an important subject to talk about, but also I'm very, very surprised how black and white people are on other people's health online. Because as a therapist, I know now that when I get a new client, I need to sit down and ask this client thousands of questions before I even have a clue about her body. And the same with my own body. So I can always be a bit surprised when people are like, oh, you just need to do more of this, or you need more of magnesium or something like that. And I'm like, you have no clue of my sick history, what I've been through, what I already am doing, and stuff like that. So I felt, if this is a new journey I'm gonna step into, I need to heal in private. So that's why you haven't heard anything since our first miscarriage video, and it's been so long. But the truth is, on this healing journey, I did not only have one miscarriage after that first miscarriage. After that first miscarriage, I actually been pregnant every November since, and have been going through a first trimester every time, like almost stepped into the second trimester, and then the miscarriage happened. And first trimester is not easy for my body either. I have a hardcore first trimesters. And again, please don't write what, with I just need more magnesium and stuff like that, because I have studied this, why I have these hardcore first trimesters. So I have been stepping a lot out of YouTube and come back in, and it's been really, really tough. It's been really, really tough mentally, because I have to go through a loss, and also a very late loss, and go through these hardcore first trimesters with a lot of nausea and food aversions and a lot of vomiting, and can't function at all and just lay in bed, and then lose the kid, where you am almost into in week 11, 12. That has been extremely tough to go through, and I can feel that it has been dragging, if you say like that, dragging a lot of my mental health, or been, yeah, I hope you guys know what I mean. So it's been tough to get back on YouTube every time this has been happening, and also suddenly have to go into this deep healing of what my body need to keep a baby. There's been a lot of trauma healing. There's been a lot of going into woman physiology. I have been sharing a lot on my online woman circle. My online woman circle have been the only place where I felt very safe with the women in there, and shared what I'm doing and how I'm healing, and the different things I've been going through. I've been going a lot into woman physiology. We are a lot about safetyness. We are created to scan our environment to see if this is a safe place to have a child in. because otherwise it would be dangerous for the mother and the kid. So our fertility, women's fertility, is so delicate, it's so sensitive. And there's this old saying, like, no baby can be made in a stressful environment, and that could be undernourishing or something else. So it's been a lot of going back to what did you eat in old days to prepare a woman for being pregnant. There was a lot of things you did back in the old days. And also, like, what about the mental health of the mom? And so coming from a history with a lot of stress and a lot of survival moment, there's been a lot of healing. And from all of that, this summer I found out that I was pregnant again. And then always, I tried positive pregnancy tests for so many times now. So it was a bit about mixed feeling of, okay, another pregnancy, I just have to wait for the miscarriage to happen feeling. And then go back into the extremely hard first trimester. So guys, that's why I've been away. I have been so sick. Actually so sick that I need to call my mom and dad in Denmark and ask if I could move back home to them for a while. So I've been living in Denmark with my mom and dad, and I just want to say, mom and dad, if you see this, I am so thankful for what you did. I also realized that stress being part of my history, that if I want to give this baby a chance and my body a chance, the best thing I could do this time was, first of all, move back to my parents and just be surrounded by loving, supportive community, and completely step out, not work, not doing anything, just focus on get the little food I could get down, and rest, like rest. And it's been so scary because as self-employed, stepping out of your company is not a good idea, and just see that you're laying in a bed constantly for 3 months. I'm not earning any money. I am doing this like a big investment into something I only have very, very sad stories about. So just laying there, and you have a lot of time to think. That was challenging. That was very, very challenging, and be scared, and every time you are peeing, you look after if that blood, because you're just waiting for that moment to happen almost. So I needed to step out. I needed to give this child in my stomach a chance, and I needed to be completely in rest, and the only one I've been talking with is the Women's Circle and my clients. So not knowing if this would end out with a happy story or a sad story, I am now back and can tell you guys that I think this is gonna be a happy story, because now we are in November and I am in week 18, still pregnant, and I don't think I can hide this anymore. I don't know if you see it, but there is a baby in my stomach. A real baby in my stomach. And but at the same time now, where I tell you this story, my brain is like, no, Christine, you can't tell them, because I'm so afraid I'm going on here on YouTube and say like, we are pregnant, and then then when we go into our next scan, then they're gonna be sad news or something like that. Like, it's really hard to not turn off that anxiety when you have tried to have 3 miscarriages. But I do my best. I do my best to really be here with the baby and focus on, yeah, that's this little little baby grow inside of me. So I really hope that I now go into a December where because I feel better now in second trimester, that I can upload videos again and I can just be happy with a big stomach. And yeah, that I don't hope that I'm gonna make any more sad stories videos here on YouTube. I really hope that this is gonna be a good one. But yeah, so yes, me and Kalle are still together. And about the cabin, I have invited Kalle over for a talk, so we're gonna tell you what is going on there, what our future plans are, and yeah, so yeah. So that is what's been going on. It's like, it's just been a lot, healing and hopefully get a baby out of me this time and not just, yeah. Guys, see who is here to visit me.
Yes.
So cozy and freezing.
It was very cool.
And also yesterday morning I told them that I was saying we are pregnant, but you think that's
okay.
But you think that sounds a bit weird when I say we.
Yeah, because it feels like I'm taking the credit from the work you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are pregnant in the sense of that we are gonna have a baby.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I catch myself saying we are pregnant as well when I tell people, but it's clearly not us because you're doing all the work.
Yeah, but it's half you, so.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was thinking we should. I would like to hear a bit how you feel about all of this, and also, as I said in the beginning of my video, there's been some 3 questions I have got a lot in my DMs, or 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Like, first of how I am and where I am, and the second one has been, are we still together?
Yeah.
And what do you feel? Do you still want to be my boyfriend?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know, so much is happening in me, but I don't know actually what is happening in you. Like,
physically it's not happening anything in me, of course.
you're not getting a little belly and...
I hope not, at least. No, but for me it's more like... How to put this? You go into, I think, like nesting mode.
Yeah.
And you want everything to be cozy and clean and optimal for you and the baby.
Yeah.
And me, I'm turning into like the
Right.
dad provider practical dude. All these projects have been like, we can take that later, and then all of a sudden like,
no,
we can't. Now we actually have to make this happen. So,
yeah.
And I think these last months of the pregnancy are gonna just disappear. So.
But it's also fun because we have experienced so many miscarriages. We haven't really now I suddenly feel stressed because I haven't really read any book or done any preparations or because I have been so tired of getting my hopes up.
Yeah.
So now I suddenly feel, wow, we have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was really, really funny when we were at the midwife when we had been at the scan, but it was our like normal midwife that we went to.
Yeah.
Hannah, and we just looked at her and like, okay, so what happens now? We never made it this far in pregnancy because we were kind of experts in like from week 0 to 11. We were really good at that period. But after we have no idea what's going on.
And then get through a miscarriage. We've been really good at that as well.
Yeah, you have.
Like we have become good at it.
Yeah.
But does also bring us a bit to have I moved out of the cabin.
Okay.
What do you want, Nala? How do you feel in this? Huh? I've become very boring.
Yeah.
That is how it's been.
Couch potato.
Yeah. We've been good at laying on the couch, you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And eating. Yeah. But yeah, the cabin. Yes, I moved out of the cabin right now. I haven't been in the cabin in 3 months and at all. And that is some reasons for that. One reason I have been so sick. I have been, as I told you, I've been throwing up constantly. And also when you get pregnant, you have to pee constantly and stuff like that. And throwing up on a compost toilet is not fun.
Or outside.
Outside constantly. And another thing with the pregnancy, I have become extremely sensitive to smells.
Yeah.
And we have a bit of problem that when we're cooking in the cabin, the food smell, because we don't have any direct out.
We don't have a kitchen fan.
Yeah, it stays in the cabin.
And it was a very low ceiling in the cabin, so it can't like go up a bit because it's like the ceiling is right here. So you have developed a phrasing that is like the cabin smell, which is a combination of smoke from smoke from the fireplace, and combined with the smell of when you make food. We call it mathos in Swedish.
Yeah. This. Yeah. How do you explain that in English?
Yeah, the smell of food.
Yeah. And it is so bad that when I did Kalle's laundry yesterday, I throw up immediately. Just taking the laundry with that smell, I was on the toilet.
Yeah. You also almost threw up when I came here yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
This funny thing is like I just stepped out of the shower, I just put on clean clothing, and I went over to hug her. You were like.
Yeah, but as long as the clothing have been in the cabin, it's like it doesn't matter. So I can't.
Super smell.
I can't stand the smell of our home.
And your boyfriend. It's a bit complicated.
It's a bit complicated. So yeah, I'm not living in the cabin at the moment. Our hope and plan is that I'm coming back, and we have to take some new decisions gonna happen in the cabin. I know a lot gonna be a bit don't understand why we're gonna do some of the things we're gonna do. For example,
they don't understand it, you don't understand.
I think some will not understand it
yeah.
Because it's very pretty as it is. But we have talked a bit about the kitchen. We're gonna change that completely.
Yeah, basically the only thing we're gonna keep is the walls, ceiling and floor.
Yeah.
And then the stove as well, I guess.
Because that's just like when you get a kid, and one thing is like when you're 2 young people, that's on the survival thing, and it's fine. And it's fine that things takes time. But we wanna make it more practical, still beautiful, but practical for us not to burn out when we have a kid.
Yeah. So both like storage wise, so we can have stuff like a bit more hidden.
Yeah.
Both for like practical ways and also like protecting it from mice and other things that might come in.
Yeah.
But also just having more working areas, because now we only have that kitchen.
Yeah, we have a little
The sink.
spot next to the sink where we can cut, and the more we're gonna be in the family, the less practical they're gonna be.
I built that kitchen, 5 years ago when I lived there alone. It was just me and Tuss didn't exactly use the kitchen that much, so
yeah,
that was fine. But now it's you and me, Tuss and Nala and the baby.
Yeah. Okay, now when we have this talk, it's like Kalle have bought a gift for me. I don't have anything for you.
No, it's typical. Just me just taking care of everything and mixing.
We're gonna go.
This is also the thing with the pregnancy. Everything is very, very emotional all the time.
Oh, that's so sweet. Here, Kalle is writing, "Thank you for being so strong during this pregnancy. You have been a true warrior. Thank you for doing this for us and our future family." That's even enough. Thank you.
So I take it back.
No, it is a pregnancy pillow. Oh my god. I guessed it.
Yeah, you guessed it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Guys, I've been complaining a bit.
A bit.
That is a bit hard to sleep at the moment because the stomach is in the way.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to lay with different pillows and
Yeah.
oh, get. Tack. It's pretty.
Yeah, try a new one.
I don't know if you can see it. Pregnancy pillow. I'm gonna sleep so good now.
A thing I never thought I would buy.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. I had a bit of a panic mode when I was choosing the color, but I think this is a good one.
That's a good color.
So guys, no more secrets. Now I can finally open up and let you be a part of this journey too. A new journey of starting a family in the middle of the forest in our little log cabin. And not to mention also walking into the cold winter as a pregnant woman with a big stomach. Let this be a little reminder that whatever you go through in life, you are never alone.